Today, we're going to make this beautiful hand-painted 4-tiered cake for my cake collection for my cake studio, which is going to be the final cake of my cake studio collection. So per usual, we are applying our fondant to the cake. I do have a longer tutorial on how to apply fondant to your cakes, which you can check out, but we are going to apply the butter yellow fondant to the 4 layers, and they are actually ombre. So I started off with a darker yellow at the bottom and just worked my way up to the top, adding more white to the butter yellow fondant color to give that gradual ombre effect. So as you can see right there, so we are mixing our fondant, kneading it together because we're going to create a bandaged, uneven design around the cake. So you're gonna see these bandages that are just kind of like draped around, and the goal is so the cake doesn't look like it's perfect. It's just kind of like the bandages are kind of like wrapped around casually, strategically, just to kind of like give it more of a natural look, to where it's kind of like more like a hand painted design. So I rolled out the fondant with the pasta roller to about a level 4, and I cut it in just strips, bandages, as you can see, and I applied water to work as my glue. So I am applying that to the cake, and then I'm taking the end of a paintbrush that has an angled view, and so then I'm just kind of like creating this separate 3D effect. So it's not really flush on the cake layer. It has the ribbon to where it's just kind of like lightly added. So then when you actually look up close to the cake, it has like a 3D effect. So we are stacking our layers, and obviously these are dummy layers and they're not real cake layers. Someone asked me about that before. So we're now creating our painted effect. So I'm taking my petal dust and I'm adding pure vodka to make it a liquid effect, to then create this nice little hand-painted little swatches on the cake, and I'm using a paper towel as my paintbrush with my fingers, to where I'm just kind of like going around with each color and just seeing where I would like to have the paint applied to the cake. And of course, these colors are actually matching all 3 cakes that are in back of me that I have the tutorials on my YouTube channel. So just really just using these as a cohesive collection to pull everything together to where obviously it looks like a pure collection. Next, I'm taking the edible black pen, as I have used this color in all of the cakes to give it a nice contrast, and I'm creating just like some edging on the layers. So next, I'm taking my sugar flowers and I'm creating my branches because I'm going to create a beautiful draped branch effect on the cake to where I am just placing them correctly on the cake. So then just giving it a nice draped effect. Let me know what you think about this cake collection in the comments below. And if you have any questions about the techniques or how would I do anything, I would love to help you out in the comments below. Thank you for watching.